Hi everybody, this is Cindy at Upcycled Design Lab. Today I'm going to be making some simple Christmas decorations out of these chip bags. For the first project, we're going to make just a simple chain. Turns out really pretty. So what you need to do is take your chip bag, trim the top edge off and the bottom edge off, and then I like to refold mine because there's a seam down the back that I want on the side rather than in the middle. So once it's refolded, I'm going to cut up the sides, put a little bit of rubber cement on the printed side, let that dry, and stick the two sides together. Alright, once that's done, you've got your two sides stuck together. It's not going to be perfectly smooth, but don't worry about it too much. It's okay for these projects. So once you have your double-sided foil piece, you're going to take a ruler and a Sharpie and just mark some lines on there. I wanted mine to be fairly small, my chain to be fairly small, so I marked mine at 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to fold this over. Cut it in half. So I'm going to end up with about 2.5 inch by 1/4 inch strips. And then before I cut the strips, I want to go ahead and put a thin strip of rubber cement just along one edge. Just on the edge, about 1/4 of an inch wide. And then I'm going to flip the piece over, and on the opposite side, on the opposite end, I'm going to put another thin strip and let that dry. And then when you go ahead and cut these, you end up with little strips that you can just clip onto your chain. And you automatically stick together. You can just go ahead and build your chain. For the second project, we're also going to start with our double-sided foil, so you can do that whole process again with the rubber cement. And there are a lot of different tutorials and templates out there, so I'm not going to go into a lot of details with this one, but you can find some different snowflake designs. These are some of the ones that I found online. You end up with a really pretty sparkly snowflake. And the one thing I did find is that when you unfold these, they're pretty crinkly. So if you put them between a couple sheets of copy paper and turn your iron on a low setting, you can press them nice and flat so they'll hang very free. And then for the last project, we're going to make some Christmas balls, which you can hang on your tree. For this project, I'm going to take another bag and I'm going to trim off the top edge and then wipe it out to get all the extra grease out. And then I'm going to cut around the bag in one long continuous strip about 1/4 of an inch wide until I get about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the bottom of the bag. Okay, so I'm about 1 inch 1.5 from the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this bottom piece inside out, wad it up into a ball, and then I'm going to wrap this up like a ball of yarn, keeping the silver side out. When you're done, you're going to have kind of a squashed shape, but don't worry about that. You're going to take some 26 gauge wire and just roll off a big long piece. And then I'm going to wrap this around and kind of reshape it into more of a ball shape as I'm wrapping the wire around. When you get the shape that you want, just going to wind up one more long piece of wire and then you can cut it. And what I'm going to do with this last piece of wire is I'm going to wrap it around a little bit more to secure it and weave it through some of the other wire just to hold it tighter, and also make a loop for the ball to hang off of. When you're done, you can just kind of leave the end in, just get into the foil. And then you have your little Christmas tree ball.